Ciao a tutti, siamo alla Vialla.
Hello everyone. We are in La Vialla, a farm that was established back in 1978 and operates in the province of Arezzo in Tuscany.
Opera nella provincia di Arezzo in Toscana. Dopo 20 anni.
After 20 years of practicing biodynamic agriculture, we are now confronted with new challenges, most notably climate change. We are facing issues both with the distribution of natural water and rising temperatures. As a result, we have had to adapt to these new conditions. This journey has led us to what is now known as syntropic agriculture.
Here at the biodynamic farm La Vialla, the Research Institute of Organic Agriculture FiBL is testing how syntropic agroforestry can support more resilient farming systems. La Vialla cultivates more than 1,500 hectares with vineyards and olive groves as its main crops, alongside a diverse range of arable and horticulture production. Most of these products are processed directly on the farm. Syntropic agroforestry, also known as successional or dynamic agroforestry, is based on observations of indigenous agriculture practices and was mainstreamed by the Swiss farmer and researcher Ernst Götsch in Brazil nearly 50 years ago.
Syntropic agriculture is a type of agroforestry that is based on two main pillars. One is stratification and the other one is ecological succession. So we try to organize our croplands in a stratified group of plants that succeed one another according to their life cycle.
So fast-growing, short-lived plants come first. Then they disappear and make space for longer-living species, which in turn give way to the next stage.
And we plant all of them together. We try to plant all of them together. So it happens just like in a natural forest, where succession happens in a seamlessly way.
But what makes syntropic agriculture different from other farming systems like organic farming or traditional agroforestry? The underlying values are similar, but syntropic agroforestry goes one step further by introducing more dynamics into the system. The focus is on using natural processes like succession, the natural sequence of plant species, to manage the land. Instead of following fixed regulations, the land is understood as a living, as an evolving system. So the key management questions become what can grow next and how will the system develop over time.
And what agriculture has been doing for millennia is just containing forests, containing regeneration, containing plants, and we try to do the opposite. Let them come, and let's choose the ones that will come stronger and better, and then we try to orchestrate this regeneration with those plants.
So how to start a syntropic agroforestry system? There are two key aspects, technical and conceptual. Technically, it begins with understanding how to organize plants by their light, water and soil needs, as well as their growth patterns.
Some plants, they like full sunlight, so they will be the emergent plants. This is an emergent tree, and the olive is our canopy tree. So the emergent is here, the canopy is here. And these other ones, they are medium and low strata. So the strawberry tree is a median strata, and the rosemary is a low one. So that's how we try to organize the system. And then we prune all of them constantly.
But beyond these technical aspects, a shift in mindset is also needed. Instead of seeing plants as competitors for light, water and nutrients, syntropic agroforestry is based on the principle of cooperation.
We're not saying that competition doesn't exist, but we know that it's not the rule. I mean, the rule in plant association is more facilitation and cooperation. And this is the most difficult thing for the farmer to understand, to internalize.
Syntropic agroforestry draws on traditional knowledge. In Italy, for example, there was a historic practice of growing grape vines on trees known as vita maritata. Grape vines are natural climbers and have evolved alongside trees. Today, this approach also helps address the challenges of rising heat and increased sun exposure, which can lead to overly sweet grapes and a loss of acidity, making it more difficult to produce balanced wines.
And that's why the Vita Maritata makes sense, because it can provide some shade during the moment of the fruit maturation, which is also the moment of the heat.
Another effect is an increase in aromatic complexity, both in grapes and in the wines produced from them.
Because on the one hand, there is a lower or almost zero use of copper, which eliminates the oxidizing effect it could have on terpenic or pyrazinic compounds, typical of different grape varieties. And on the other hand, there is this interaction that develops between the aromatic plants that are planted along the rows together with the vineyard.
Le piante aromatiche che sono piantate lungo la fila insieme alla vigna.
We are exploring syntropic agroforestry to better understand how it can help farms reduce their climate impact and adapt to changing conditions. The approach has shown promising results in Brazil. Now we want to find out how well it works under European conditions. Medicinal and aromatic plants play a key role in these systems because they are highly resilient to heat and drought, allowing them to keep growing when other plants stop. By maintaining photosynthesis during the hottest months, they keep the soil life active.
The main objective in the Mediterranean areas is to bridge late spring with the beginning of fall. So to have photosynthesis all year round covering the soil.
When the very clay-rich soils in this region become too warm, they shrink and develop cracks, reducing the soil's ability to absorb rainfall. Syntropic agroforestry helps counteract this by keeping the soil covered with layers of living plants and organic mulch.
And so when the water comes, it enters not only because we have roots and we have the soil that is fluffier, but also because of temperature gradients. So the soil is a little bit cooler, and so it sucks the water downwards as well.
By learning from nature and testing these systems in practice, we hope to provide farmers with new tools to build resilient, productive and future-proof farms.